we have a goal today. We're gonna go get an ARC Surveyor. I think I know the best place to find one, so we're gonna do that. We're in. Okay, so we're actually not too far off of where one could be. Let's go take a look. Man, I saw a really good movie last night. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it. It's called The Rip with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. And those guys are phenomenal. If you've ever watched Good Will Hunting, that movie is something else. The movie is about essentially a couple of cops, and they've got to solve a mystery essentially of a death, somebody they care about. And the movie is just it starts off really well. It's got a good hook, and then it sort of slows down a little, and then when it goes a little further, the hook is good. The hook comes in, and you're kind of going, oh, I'm feeling some tension. I'm feeling like what's going on in this story. And you get a little further on, and it starts to sort of build up a little bit more, kind of stay invested, and then it gets a little confusing, or at least it was for me. Maybe I'm just not smart, and I just did not catch on what this movie was about. But I'm confused, like something's not adding up, something feels off, and it almost seemed like the movie was giving like the idea that you should be confused because it's being confusing on purpose. But it had to be, like the movie had to be confusing because that's the storyline of it for the characters in the movie. Oh, actually springs are good on this. And so as you're watching further, you're kind of thinking, okay, something's got to come around. And that kind of writing, I gotta admit, that kind of writing really works for me, because I'm thinking about what's going on in the movie. I'm thinking about what's happening. I'm thinking about what's supposed to be happening, what I think is supposed to be happening. Anyways, so the movie kind of, it's not leading you along. Like, you're not watching the movie and it's holding your hand and all, which is nice. That kind of movie style, I think, is really attractive, where you're going into it and you're like, okay, I think I have an idea. Wait a second, maybe I don't quite have an idea. And instead you kind of come out of it, especially at the end, where I was like, oh, I could kind of see that was going to happen, but not quite. Like, we still need to get a surveyor, but I'm not seeing any blue lights in the sky, so it's not looking good. We might have to come back in another raid. 15 minutes in and still haven't seen a surveyor. Somebody's either got it or it just didn't spawn in. And then the other aspect of the movie that I found just absolutely awesome was just the play between Matt and Ben in the movie. Because they're good friends, they play off each other really well. So if they're having an argument, if they're doing something, you kind of, you really believe that they're doing that with each other. They're okay, they're comfortable, they're not worried about hurting the other person. I mean, overall, they're not trying to do any real damage or nothing like that. But they're kind of going into it, and you're like, yeah, I believe that these two are buddies, and they maybe had a fist fight. But you know what I mean? Like, they've had arguments, so they know what it feels like to be particularly mad at that person. And I like that too, because you can't kind of come into movies and you're like, this doesn't feel like, this could be better. This could be way better. One of the aspects actually of the movie that I liked was sort of the conundrum that you can be under when faced with the opportunity to kind of be, I don't know, be dishonest is the right way to put it, but you can be. It's called The Rip for the reason, because I guess the term for when you rip off a place or something like that, that's got a pile of money in it, is called a rip. And so it's a story of that. It's a story of they've got to go get the money out of this house. I don't know if anybody's here, but we're just going to run this because I can't find what I'm looking for. There's no surveyor here, but I might as well just hit another map. Yeah, obviously they go in and they find a pile of money in the house. I'm not ruining the plot line really, because obviously in the teasers and stuff they show this kind of thing, but they have the opportunity to take it. And that sort of conundrum that we are faced with, like, even if you go to a grocery store and you give them money and they give you change, and it's, they give you the wrong change. They give you more change than what you should have. And so you give them a 20, yo guys, what's up? Like the idea that if you go to a store and you pay for something and you get some change back and it's too much change. Do you tell the person that you got too much change? Or, there's stories of, I've heard plenty of this kind of stuff where you take, if you got a kid, you take a stroller in with you and then you put stuff in the stroller and then you walk out and you forget that one thing at the bottom of the stroller or something like that. And like, oh, do I go back in and say something? Like, those are very small moral sort of questions that you gotta ask yourself. But this one was like, like $20 million or something like that. That moral compass area, how that's going to end up, like, you're wondering where these characters go. All stories have, as we know, like a beginning and a middle and an end. So you've got the beginning where you got the setup, you've got the middle which brings usually the conflict, and then from there you get the resolution. So setup, conflict, resolution. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 are most storylines. And so this movie is quite set up in a way. There's Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. There's a setup, a good amount of setup. There's the conflict, and then you get how it resolves out. 29 minutes, good. I'm looking for a blue light in the sky. Usually it'll kind of fire off pretty quick if there is one. There might not be one. Let's go this way a little bit more. So yeah, so that Act 1 setup is good. Some movies, not such a good setup. You're like, what is this all about? And then second act really has to sort of fill in and sort of drive what would take you to the third act, the resolution part of it, and want you to really know how it resolves out. Like, how is this movie going to be sorted out in the end? And that's supposed to be to make you watch the rest of the movie. Actually, one of the things that was really cool is I watched a interview with Ben and Matt, and they were talking about, because it's on Netflix, right? So it's not in a movie theater. And they were talking about the idea that it's not in a movie theater. Well, how are you going to keep people watching the movie? And they've sort of changed up in a way how they go about making movies and writing movies to consider that. If you go to the movies, you can go and you're stuck there. You got to listen to a whole bunch of people. You got to sit with a bunch of people. And some people really like that. I don't personally like that. I don't want to hear people crunching on candies or opening up wrappers or popcorn or getting up or talking or sitting on their phone and stuff like that. So I don't tend to go to the movies much at all anymore. Instead, I would rather choose some streaming platform to watch things on. But anyway, so instead of going to movies, obviously a lot of people just sit and watch streaming service because it's just so much nicer to be at home. You can pause the movie if you want to. You can eat your own food, your own couch. If you don't want to watch the whole thing, you can watch a little bit more later or something like that. We're not really here for this, though. We actually have to get boogieing. I came in here just to see if there's anything extra on the ground, but there is not. And so their writing style supposedly has changed. And that, to me, is interesting. How did they consider that? Talking about where they put their money, more or less. I mean, it's important they do think about these things because movie theaters have become sort of this place where you got to spend way too much money on. For me, movies are best experienced not in a movie theater. If you like movies, you should definitely watch The Rip. These guys just hit it out of the park. I mean, everybody else involved with the characters in the other characters in the movie, obviously not just these two, they're the main characters, but everybody plays a really good part. Good characters to bring into it, external characters. You don't need to know too much about them, but they do sort of introduce them in a way where you're a little bit invested. You kind of get the idea of who they are, which is cool. Yeah, we're going to check over this way. Oh, see if the surveyor's out in the desert, essentially. Usually somewhere over there. Yo, what's up, boys? Here, come here. Yeah, brother. I always carry a defib. Is this guy your friend? Yeah, you're welcome. All good? I thought somebody was killing somebody over here. I heard some shooting. I heard somebody go down. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that hurts us a little bit. It's funny, but it's all good. Oh, friendly lobbies are the best. We're gonna end on this actually really good raid. It's a crowd over here. Let's go see what we can do. Go check on this guy up here. Make sure everything's going okay. Yo, brother, all good? Chef Lucci. Are you an actual chef?
I mean, once upon a time.
Okay. I'm having actually a really good raid, just sort of helping people. I've rezzed 2 people so far. Shot up a bunch of other things.
People in my last one that I got griefed right at the end. I'm like, seriously?
Oh, that is unusual, but when it happens, it sucks. There we go. This guy get looted?
That body's been looted. I promise.
It's got a little bit of money on it. I could take a little bit of money. Yeah, that sucks. Alright. Yeah, what'd you get? Something good? Oh, I see. Music.
I promise I'm not going to put any more fireworks now.
I was gonna bring a shaker and then I forgot. That would have been good. What a game. That was a good couple of games. I'm actually really happy with that. I don't know. Probably finish off, like, seriously, watch The Rip. It's such a good movie. It'll make you think. It's entertaining. It's got a good story, a bit of mystery, a lot of action. I mean, a tiny bit of drama, I guess you could say. So let's leave it at that. It was a very good raid. Very good couple of raids. Thanks for watching, everybody. And I will see you in the next one.